Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We are on day 6 and still awaiting any signs of horror.
Maybe this is the horror.
That you just keep waiting?
That you are supposed to assume that after all these warnings there will be some kind of horror, but then you get into the game and realize, oh my god, one more day, and there'll be more horror, there'll be horror, and then there's none.
Could be.
Like, you're gonna drive yourself nuts.
Oh, if that's
See,
it.
that's like a psychological horror there, man.
If that's it, that's actually pretty brilliant. Alright, so
Anyways, replicants.
Yeah, we're back to being replicants. I'm not gonna let go of this. So now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched?
There's
it's the fifth member!
It's the fifth person!
I freaking nailed it! I glance around the room. Suddenly, I noticed Yuri peering at me from over
False
her
sense
book.
of security.
But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little bit easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax, you didn't even do anything.
But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that?
Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything.
Lies.
Mind reading replicants?
Lies.
I didn't do anything creepy like that.
Wait, isn't that flirty, not creepy?
This is creepy. It's turning into creepy.
Aren't they really kind of the same
They're
thing?
kind of the same thing depending on who it is.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
It's not really that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah, she seems a little bit off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Replicate!
Oh? That's quite romantic.
What? How did we get here?
Dun dun dun.
Alright, here's the thing. I'm just gonna roll with it and let her explain. Exactly, Yuki, exactly.
Sorry. I didn't mean to say anything stupid.
That was stupid, that made no sense. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sarah and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all.
Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings.
Exactly. Wait, what? Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
Yuki, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight.
I want to assume that she's going to murder us all, because she's a quiet one.
I keep telling you.
But it's too obvious. I think it's Monica.
I still feel like it's Natsuki.
No, Natsuki's the obvious choice, and therefore she is the least likely
But she's
choice.
like the one that gets so pissed off at everything. I just feel like I would just snap. That was
right,
her.
that makes her the obvious choice, which makes her the least likely suspect.
If she's the one that murders everyone, you owe me a Coke.
Deal. All right. Coke bet on the internet.
We come back and everyone's dead. I'll owe you a Coke.
Exactly. Only if it was done by Natsuki.
And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them.
Oh. So you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person.
We do know she's a mastermind.
She's crazy. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Classic serial killer. And she may not always know what she wants. Matt's currently trying to play the air piano. Alright, Matrik, get your hat in the game there. Come on.
Yeah, it's you.
I understand, but you're still playing air piano and distracting me.
I can do that. I expect you to be a professional on this show.
I'm nowhere near a professional, nor did I claim to be a professional, so you're misunderstanding our arrangement.
So you're saying I made a bad hire?
Did you read the contract I signed?
Not well enough, apparently.
Apparently. Alright. I noticed your strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
What's the safe answer here?
Maybe? Neither yes or no?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all.
Oh.
Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. I won that one, by the way.
No, you didn't.
I totally did.
I'll kick you.
You can't win a staring contest by kicking. It's against the rules.
Yes, I can, because you'll flinch.
Alright, you heard it here. I'm being abused at my home.
Doesn't our marriage contract say that I can abuse you?
As long as the object isn't greater than the width of your thumb.
That's fine. I can handle that.
It's the rule. That is actually literally the law. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that
Quit projecting onto me.
she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Do you feel that way about her? Do you?
We've established this. I'm just here for a good time. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So, I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings.
No, you're not. Yuki does not know what he wants right now.
To be fair, that's because we're controlling him and we don't know what we want. We just keep going back and forth. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is.
That's a very Matrik comment.
That is, oh my god. I think I get that. I think for 2 years I had that recited to me as a response that it just is now
Who
ingrained.
recited that to you?
Probably mostly people at work.
No, that's probably true.
It is what it is. Oh, alright. Well, it's still broken. It is what it is.
That's the joy of HR. People say it is what it is, and I say, nope, no, it isn't.
But this is the way we've always done it.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
it
I
was
want to
wrong,
kill
you
people that
idiots.
say that. Anyone that tells me that at work that it's always been this way, I just want to smack upside the face, because guess what? HR is going to break that. Well, okay, Liz HR is going to break that.
All right. I feel like we're working on a lot of our aggression here.
We both had bad days at work
Yeah.
today.
All right.
All right, you back in game now? Got your game face on?
Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now? Why don't we get to the horror?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori.
Yuri. I don't think the audience knows quite what you're doing right now. He's kind of swaying to the music. All right. Apparently Matrik has lost it. Do you want to give me control since I'm the only sane person in this group right now?
No.
You're no fun. Well done, Yuki.
Holy crap, did we get one right?
It's because we had rain clouds and waterfalls. You definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days.
We're the best!
I am a poem master!
Yeah!
Has my advice been helpful to you?
I don't know what it is we picked, and you liked it, so cool. Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think.
I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
He's smart. I can't argue with that. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself.
Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Yuki?
Eh?
Well, you know, I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. You're distracting. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know. We're not in a rave. Okay, I feel like if we had a webcam, you would not be doing all this embarrassing crap.
Nope. Getting away with it while I can.
As always, I believe that the most important is exploring and discovering yourself and smacking Matt in the shoulder to stop what he's doing because he's distracting me.
That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Eh? Why me?
Well, you're always so sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share.
Yeah, that's right. Remember that. I am the poem master. Is that so?
Yuri thinks for a good minute.
That must be terrible.
Huh?
For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome? How unlikable of me?
Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion.
Not so much fun, is it? I just gave Matt a taste of his own mess.
I'm good.
I see. I'm sorry that I Stop it! I'm sorry that I... We're not gonna get through this, are we?
I'm good. I don't know what your problem is.
You're laughing too, shut up.
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Give me go.
You sit in the corner. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to these sort of conclusions. Press the button.
I'm being innocent now.
No, he's not. A little too used to it.
Overthinking? Okay, I didn't kick your chair.
To be fair, this is Love and War, man.
No rules.
We're gonna use all the turning tricks. Being disliked?
Yuri.
What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Alright. Do you want to share your poem now?
No. Oh, fine. Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth... What is that word? I cannot read this handwriting.
Chastically?
Chastically?
I don't know. Is that a word?
I don't know. Meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is the one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will it suddenly send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempting by the foaming tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. Forevermore, forevermore.
Nevermore, nevermore, nevermore. Crap.
Treehouse of Horrors.
I can't get it out of my head.
We need to read Edgar Allan Poe The Raven with these girls, man.
Oh, was that an option?
I wish that was. That should have been our poem.
That should have been our poem.
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about.
Not true.
But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it and put in a word I've never heard of.
You say that like you didn't even want to write about it.
Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on an occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to call my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Sayori?
Sure.
Oh, she doesn't like it.
I'm okay with that.
Really bad.
It's nice, I guess.
Oh.
You suck. You literally suck. Way to not be able to get in this girl's pants now.
Come on. I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you?
What?
Probably Natsuki.
Where did you get that?
She doesn't like rain clouds. Or waterfalls, apparently.
Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. And what do you mean, woman? But it's okay. You're making new friends like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club.
Well,
I'd be happy if there was horror.
Yeah.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Yuki.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
No, we get to read your poem. That's the rules. If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself.
Okay, that was weird.
Finally. Huh? This one. It's good. I was wondering how long it would take you. Alright. Yeah, seriously. Don't listen to what anyone else says. Especially Yuri.
Why do those two have it out for each other?
Just keep writing poems like this. That's all you need. Are you sure that's not just what you want? Excuse me? You're talking to a pro, you know. Well, excuse me, princess. Don't you think you should trust my opinion the most? I guess that depends. Aren't you biased towards poems that are more simple and cute? Biased? Of course not. My opinion just happens to be the best. There's one thing I still can't tell. Is Natsuki actually self-aware of her spoiled behavior? At this rate, I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. Fair enough. I'm glad that you like my poem after all. I knew you'd finally understand. Just keep showing me your poems and you'll be a pro before you know it. Anyway, here's the one I wrote. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparks with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left long ago. Wow, this is long.
I know.
Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wow. Wash your insecurities into the salty sea and let me see you shine. Now what if we learned about playing with a microphone?
I didn't play with it. I was trying to swing your hand.
Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. Whoa!
Oh.
I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
Wow, that was deep.
That was way too deep for Natsuki.
I think Yuri wrote it and gave it to her.
Natsuki replicant. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write out something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write out anything negative about the beach.
Yeah, there is.
Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, that's... Oh, I think I did the wrong
You
voice.
did Natsuki as Yuki. I was going to point it out, but then you kept going. That's alright, Yuki had a little valley girl in him today. Remember, Natsuki, Yuki. Natsuki, Yuki.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but pointing at the screen and then pointing at me doesn't actually fix the
I
problem.
was pointing out names. You're Yuki. That's Natsuki.
Right, but I'm also Natsuki.
Right, so I was pointing at names.
She better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic.
Didn't Yuri say the opposite?
You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.
Whew. Monica.
Who should I show my poem to next?
Monica.
Well then.
Hi, Yuki. Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. She might be threatening you.
She's a dirty liar.
It would also make me happy to see.
This is all right. Here's where we get baited.
All right, I have a new theory about what's going on.
All right.
They're all replicants. They all want you to mate with them to make replicant babies.
So they're all trying to be the most appealing. All right, but that doesn't work for Sayori because she freaked out.
Well, she realizes that her replicant self is no competition for the rest of the replicants, so she already knows she's out of the mating dance.
All right, so it's basically a 3-horse race at this point.
Pretty much. And the fourth one that we don't know about.
And the fourth one that's going to kill them all.
Right. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
I like it, Yuki.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Ouch.
Alright, you can't bleed out. Keep going.
It's your line. Stop knocking over the microphone.
You were the one that pulled your freaking thing. He pulled his headphones and my microphone fell over. Because you fell over.
I'm professional.
Alright, move on.
Oh, jeez.
No. Too bad. You don't get no privileges anymore. There you go. Don't knock the mic over. You did when you pulled over. You pulled it off. It wasn't my fault. Internet, it was not my fault.
What an unprofessional co-host.
I'm the most professional co-host you're ever going to have.
I want to push back on that, but that may actually end up being true.
It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write.
So apparently we wrote the perfect Natsuki poem.
Apparently. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment as I stick my butt out.
Is she sticking her butt out or her chest out?
It looks like both to me.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Boy, have I. That was basically my childhood. Only poetry I knew. Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. She's calling you simple.
Wow.
I wouldn't go for this. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad.
Like the William Tell one.
Or the Giving Tree.
I mostly remember William Tell because I had to do that one for high school.
I did the Giving Tree. And sometimes they're only a few lines long.
That's why I picked them, because you had to memorize it and say it in front of the whole class like this. And this is okay.
Was this your speaking or whatever your speak credit?
No, this was like elementary school.
Oh, I thought you said high school.
No, that was wrong.
Matt's drunk.
Elementary school. Here's the problem with that statement is if I didn't say high school, then now you look drunk.
I had to do Shel Silverstein for our English 10 class.
No, I had to do it for like 5th or 6th grade. And I picked the William Tell one because it's like 6 lines long.
Oh, geez, the Giving Tree is like a whole damn book.
Right, that's why I didn't do that one.
I didn't have to memorize it, though. I had to give an analysis of the book and why I liked it as a kid.
No, we had to memorize it and then read it out in front of the whole class. And so I picked that one because it was short. And it was basically like, oh, there's the apple, aim for the middle. Oh, well, you just missed by a little. Great.
They might even feel like they've written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. Like getting shot in the head with an arrow. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. Yes, mine is short, get over it. But there's still more, so maybe there's a lot more. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Holy shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star, glimmering in the twilit sky.
Oh.
Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall, and I fall. And I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes, and I find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
Whoa, that's dark.
Yep. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are all sorts of things that give meaning of life. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Haha, yeah, that! Oh, lordy. Anyways.
Now that we've looked really dumb.
Here's Monica's writing tip of the day!
I don't remember asking.
We've never asked, and she keeps giving them to us. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good?
Always.
It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into.
Ouch. That strikes right at my core. It's what I do.
But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Oh, lordy. Thanks for listening.
Good God.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now?
Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez.
Replica.
Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. The horror!
Okay, guys, it's about to happen. It's about to happen.
The horror!
All
The
right.
horror! Oh my gosh, we're holding hands. The horror is coming.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
It seems you're right. Ugh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so?
No, that's a filthy lie.
I know. I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well?
Ouch.
So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Huh?
That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people?
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so...
What? No! How was that natural? What did she say? Oh, by the way, no. You are being way too obvious.
Yeah, I know.
And that makes you actually less suspicious. But I'm still suspicious.
Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle them by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sarah will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, you can, come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No. That's not it at all.
But that's totally it.
You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too.
Oh, you're screwed. Yeah, that's what happens when you become a replicant and are a jerk to everyone. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know.
Oh god, bottom of the barrel.
So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Yuki.
I can show up somewhat on time. The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have pretty hefty tests to handle.
No! We're gonna have to make a choice.
It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand.
Oh no.
Oh, who are you gonna pick?
Oh no.
Who are you gonna pick?
Oh no.
Who are you gonna pick? It could also help me out as well.
No. That's how you end up dead in a ditch. That's how you end up dead in a ditch, is you help Monica.
I would be really appreciative
Oh,
of that.
we're so dead. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Oh! Yuki may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance.
Oh, burn!
So therefore, he may be more suited in assisting with the decorations.
Hold on! I never said that. How hard can it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Yuki to...
What are you saying?
Exactly what you were saying, except you were trying to be sneaky and thought no one would catch on, and Natsuki's totally onto you, and Monica's gonna kill us all.
It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't. Just what do you think?
Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Yuki to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know.
Oh my god.
So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Yuki, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Fuck. Don't make me decide. Of course.
Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm going with...
How did Sayori end up in this? Isn't she helping Monica?
I think... So Sayori has the 3-dot thing after it. So I think that's where we're like, hey, shouldn't someone check on Sayori?
Is that the answer?
What do you mean?
Is that what we're picking, a Sayori, or just making a...
No, I was just pointing out. I think that's why Sayori's in there.
I'm between Sayori or Yuri.
All right. I was between Natsuki and Yuri because Monica is going to freaking kill us.
Oh, I know. That's why I don't trust that bitch.
All right. So I think we both said Yuri. I'm all right with Yuri.
Okay, let's go Yuri.
Let's go Yuri.
Yuri.
Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri.
Me?
Are you serious? Why would you?
Natsuki. You can already tell you're about to say something mean.
No. I was just saying. Ugh.
So you'll be helping Yuri then, Yuki?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful.
I think we made a mistake.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. In order of who is most likely to kill us, I think it's Monica, Yuri, Sayori, Natsuki.
Why? Because Natsuki's so obvious?
Because Natsuki's too obvious. All right. I'd say maybe Sayori and Natsuki are on the same level.
Okay.
But because Natsuki is the obvious one, I feel it makes her the least likely.
The least of the obvious suspects?
The least of the obvious suspects.
Like in that classic horror movie?
The last of the obvious suspects. Yeah. So we went with the person who is second most likely to kill us. All right. All right. Don't die, Yuki. Or die. I don't care. You're kind of boring.
That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to
do it all myself. God.
I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine.
I don't want his stupid help anyways. Okay.
Everyone can really tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. I think I made a mistake.
She might kill you in your sleep.
So, is that everything we needed to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Yuki?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Oh, God. Yeah, she's pissed. Natsuki.
What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything.
No. It's not what I meant at all. Ugh.
Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room.
I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Yuki picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so...
I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though.
Why?
Well, I'm the one acting immature.
Whoa, she just admitted it.
I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden.
I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad.
Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri's trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work out perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No! I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this.
Huh?
You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event.
I believe you. Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Huh? I turn around.
Sorry. I realize that I don't have any other way of contacting you this weekend.
Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number?
I think that would be the best way, yes.
Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers.
Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday?
Huh? My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. It's just I thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house.
Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, Yuki. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something.
Wait! You don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I wanted to do.
But...
Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right?
I didn't realize.
I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while.
I believe you.
As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression.
And I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof.
You're screwed.
Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might happen when we're out, what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us?
Ooh.
Or is it too early for that?
Next time
Only
on
time
Young
will
and the
tell.
Restless, high school edition.
But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Whoa. Alright, we're gonna have to wait until next time to see what happens.
Are we gonna have to wait till Sunday?
We're gonna have to wait till Sunday.
Crap.
Literally, we might actually have to wait till Sunday.
I'd like to point out we're on video 6 and still no horror.
Yep. I think it's coming. I can kind of feel it at this point.
Considering since all the girls have been acting odd.
And not just
replicant sense.
Yeah, not like flirty, like, oh, I like this guy and I'm not going to admit it odd. No, this is like full, I've been replaced by an alien. Why hasn't anyone noticed odd?
Pretty much, yep.
So I guess we'll just have to wait till next time.
The horror is coming.
The horror. All right, it'll come eventually, guys. I don't want to promise, but it should.
We'll be on episode 20 and we'll be like, where's the horror?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the horror of this game, is they keep you wanting the horror that's never going to show up.
Yep. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time.
If you did not like Matt's crazy dancing that you didn't get to see, please hit the dislike button.
I'm fine with that. Works the same. Works the same. You can hit that all you want.